Eric, simply, can you take us through the emotions of having that lead late, watching them score those points, and then that last play? Just take us through the emotional gamut, please.
Uh, yeah, I mean, you're all over the place emotionally. You have a 6, 7 point lead, going down the stretch, but that you have to execute. You have to be able to get a couple buckets because you just know how fast they're going to get up the court, and they do present some challenges there. We didn't handle it perfectly, as you can tell, but at least those teaching moments tomorrow will be after a win instead of a loss. But that's competition. You can't control everything and have everything go perfectly. You just have to find a way, and our guys gutted it out. There was some big time plays on both sides of the floor, going down the stretch in the fourth quarter.
Well, let's go just to the last play then. You come in off the timeout. What were you looking for? Take us through what you saw. And what's it like as a coach to see zeros up there and the score is still tied until they review that yet again?
Yeah, I'm trying to recall if I've been in a game like that. I haven't, where we've had a chance to win. And obviously it's quite fitting that Jimmy would be the guy to make those free throws. But we had a couple of different options to that play. It doesn't take a genius to know that we're going to try to get that ball in Jimmy's mitts and see what could happen from there. And he was very patient. There's 4 seconds left. I think a lot of players would probably be rushed. He took his time. He was going to try to get to his spot. Giannis came over to trap. But either way, Jimmy was able to get a clean look. Wasn't able to get to the basket, but that's a pull-up jumper in his wheelhouse with no time on the clock. You live with those results.
Thank you.
Tim Reynolds.
Eric, how tough is a game like this in that, I mean, following jump shooters was happening both days, all night, and, I'm sure people will argue it, but this crew pretty much was consistent all night in how they were calling jump shooters. How frustrating is it when it goes against you, and do you have to talk about the way the game is being called in relation to how
from our standpoint, we're fouling too much, on shooters. This has been 2 straight games, regardless of whether we agree or not agree. Those are fouls, and we have to be more disciplined and better technique. And those are costly plays, particularly the 3-point fouls. But neither team is an easy team to officiate. You have aggressive players that are creating contact. You have to do things with incredible discipline and technique. And a lot of these calls, you have to go to a replay almost every single time. So you have to stay the course. You have to be mentally tough, play through it. It's tough for both teams. And I thought for the most part, I guys were able to do that tonight.
And just to follow up quick, Spo, the play where Bam fouled out, which was pretty much inarguably a foul, without question. How smart is it for him in that situation to say, all right, I know it's my 6, I'm going to sacrifice myself, but I'm not giving you this layup? How smart is that play?
Are you saying oh yeah, right. I thought you were talking about his 5th. Where
No, not
no, I mean he's going to try to make a play regardless at the rim. We still had a lead at that point, and that's why you love Bam. He's going to put it all out there. He had some man-sized rebounds again throughout the course of the game. The offensive rebounds, the ones in traffic. All of that, just putting his body out there. He does so many winning things for you in that big, pull-up. We really needed that one, especially looking back on it now. We were totally jammed up until he was able to get that jumper to fall.
Vince Goodwill.
Hey Eric, you guys seem to have Giannis pretty well scouted at this point through 2 games. Is he giving you anything or showing you anything that you haven't seen or haven't prepared for? Because it seems like you guys haven't really bottled up.
No, I wouldn't say we do. This is what great players do. They're going to present challenges. As competitors, what do you want it to be easy? It's not going to be easy. So you have to find different ways to impact, the game, and he's not going to stop. He's incredibly gifted and aggressive, and he knows how to put you in compromising positions, and you got to find a way to overcome it, and you got to do it for 48 minutes, and you got to keep on doing it until the series is over. So, I would never say that. I'll just leave it at that.
Anthony Chang.
So it seemed like they made it really tough in the paint as the game went on. How important was the drive and kick game, and for the threes obviously, and the free throws, just to keep producing on the end of the court, even though Milwaukee was really trying to protect the paint?
All of it's important. They're a very good defensive team, so you're not going to beat them just doing one thing, and that's who we've been all year long. We're an aggressive team that gets in the paint, gets to the free throw line, but our three-point shooting is extremely important. It all works together, and you have to rely on each other to generate good offense against a defense like this. They do a great job of protecting the paint and protecting the rim.
And I know we keep asking about Tyler Hero in these moments, and nothing. It seems like nothing surprises you about him, but to step up again in the second round, score 17 points off the bench, some big shots. What does it say about his confidence and just the growth throughout the season, the gradual growth?
Well, he's really worked at it to earn the trust of not just the coaching staff but his teammates. He's really drilled endlessly on his defensive fundamentals, individually and team-wise, and he always is working on his offensive skill set. And again, against a very good defensive team, you need guys that can make some plays. And at the end of the clock, he's a threat, not only from deep, but he can put the ball on the floor, which is really needed.
Will Manso.
Spo, after game one, you said, hey, just one game, one win. Now it's 2 wins, and you're halfway there. What do you kind of set as the message? You've been through this plenty of times. The goal is to get to 4, but you're halfway there in the advantageous position you're in up 2-0.
Yeah, that's it. You don't get too crazy about it. The guys that have been around for a long time know how tough a 7-game series is. So I think our veteran guys will be able to express that to everybody. Our guys know, what this is about. We have a deep, healthy respect for our opponent.
Mike Hubno.
Hey, Spo. I just want to ask if there was an update on Iguodala's ankle going forward, and just if you could talk about the job Derek Jones Jr. did coming in the second half after not playing any minutes in Game 1, and to have an effect on the game defensively. Yeah,
we'll know more about Andre tomorrow. He was telling me he can go back in, but the speed of the game, I just want to make sure that he's okay. Those kind of things you never know until tomorrow. And Derek, was a part of our last series. This is playoff basketball, so sometimes it just depends on the matchup. He kept himself ready. He's really been working this last week, and he didn't overreact to it, just like K. Nunn didn't overreact to the last series. We need everybody. It just depends on when and where and the opponent, and he gave us really important minutes, good minutes in that second half.
And last question, Nick Friedel.
Bo, you've said many times throughout the year you don't like the challenge rule. You used it so early tonight. Were you second guessing yourself at all in that moment when they made that call on Goran?
Yeah, I mean, I still don't like it, but you have to use it. I typically don't like to use it that early. It just looked like a kick. I don't know. Don't get me going off on a tangent about it. It just makes the game longer. We trust the officials, good or bad, and everything in between. That's part of the game. But whatever. We have to use it tactically, and I probably didn't use it the most intelligent way tonight, and hopefully I'll be better with it the next time.
What explanation did you get on that call?
That's irrelevant. Nick, it's irrelevant. I say it's a kick, they say it's not, so they're right. That's at the end of the day. That's why I tell our players all the time. You can argue or not, but they made the call, that's the call. and then go to the replay and still make the call. So what? There's no argument there. We can see things
Thanks for your
different.
time,
We can
Spoelstra.
agree to disagree.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.